students, welcome to our official YouTube channel of Hasmukh Goswami College of Engineering. I am Professor Bhumika Lengwa from the Electronics and Communication Department, and today I will teach you Electrical Circuit Analysis subject, which is in the semester 3 of the Electrical Department, and the same subject is also covered in the semester 3 of Electronics Communication Department, but the name of the subject is the Circuit and Network. Now today is my first lecture on this subject. So first of all, I would like to give some basic idea about this subject. So first question is, what is the meaning of the electrical circuit analysis? So electrical circuit analysis, this name is divided into the two parts. First one is the electrical circuit. Now according to the definition of the electrical circuit, it is the any arrangement or any connection of the various electrical elements such as the resistor, capacitor, inductor and the various energy source like voltage source and the current source. So see in this circuit diagram, there are two resistors, one inductor, one capacitor, one current source and voltage source are connected in this form. So it is called one electrical circuit. Now the second part is the analysis. Now the meaning of the analysis is nothing but to find out the current from any of the component or voltage drop from the any of the component. So if I am combining these two words, electrical circuit analysis is nothing but finding the current or voltage drop from the any of the component. Now the next name is the circuit and networks. Now as we know, electrical circuit, it's simply called as a circuit. So here the meaning of the circuit is same as the electrical circuit. Now what do you mean by the networks? Now as we know, network is nothing but it is the group of the various components. So network is nothing but the one type of circuit. So both are the synonyms words. So this is the meaning of the circuit and network. Now next question is, why we learn this subject and what is the application of this subject in our daily life? Now as we know, in our daily life we are always used various electrical components as well as various electronics components at our home like AC, refrigerator, mobile phone, charger, okay, Bluetooth, hands-free. All these devices has one circuit inside of it. Now each and every devices are operated on some of the voltage and current. So like if I am taking one simple example of mobile phone. Now to charge the mobile phone we are using our own charger. We cannot charge our phone by using the laptop charger. Why? Because the mobile phone is charging by the 5 volt supply or 1.6 ampere current. So in our daily life, we always deal with this voltage and current. So as for the electronics and electrical engineer, we must know how to find out this voltage and current from any of the circuits. So that's why we learn this subject. And application of this subject is, I already explained, in daily life we always use the this type of the electronic circuit. So up till now I will just discuss about the basic idea about this subject. Now I will move on the topic of this subject. So the first topic of this subject is the basic terminology. Now this basic terminology is always used in each and every circuit of our subject. So first terminology is the branch. So the basic definition of the branch is that it is the any part of the network which is connected between the two terminal of the network, and it contains at least one or more than one circuit elements. Right? Now see in this circuit diagram, there are only 5 branches are available. So the first branch is branch AB, because see in the branch AB there is only one resistor is connected between the two terminal. Second branch is the branch BC, third is the branch CD, fourth branch is the branch AF, and the last branch is BE. See in this branch there are two electrical elements are connected. So it is not compulsory every time one electrical element is connected. It is at least one element must be present in between the two terminals. But we cannot say FE is a branch because there is no any electrical element is present. Same way, FD is also not a branch because there is no any electrical element is present between the FE. Now the next point is node. So the basic definition of the node is the point or a terminal at which more than branches are connected to the each other, that is called as a node. So see in our circuit diagram, suppose the terminal A, it is called as a node because there are two branches, 10 ohm resistance and the 10 volt source is connected to each other. So A is called as a node. Now same way B is also called as a node because there are three branches are connected to the each other. Same way C is also called as a node, and the node E, that is also called as a node E. So in our circuit diagram there are only 4 nodes are available. Now the last bottom node, that is E node, is called as a reference node or the ground node. This node is used as a reference node, so we cannot use this node in the calculation purpose. Now the next terminology is junction. So junction is nothing but it is also one point or one terminal where more than 3 branches must be connected. So the basic difference between the node and junction is that node is the point where only 2 branches is connected, more than 2 branches is connected, but the junction at where 3 or more than 3 branches must be connected. So here only 2 junctions are available. First one is the junction B and the junction E. Same way, this junction is also not used for the calculation purpose. So only junction B is available in our circuit diagram. So from this definition, can we say that all the junctions act as a node, but not all the node act as a junction. Now next terminology is loop and mesh. So according to the definition of the loop is the electrical closed path which is starting from the any of the node, but it must be terminated to the same node. And second thing is that if we traveling from the any of the node, we have to travel only in the one direction. Means suppose I am traveling from the node A and I am traveling in this direction, then we have to travel only in this direction. And the third condition is that whenever I am traveling from this node, it cannot be traveled to any of the node twice time. So in our circuit diagram there are only 3 loops are available. First loop is loop A, B, E, F and A. See in this loop A, B, E, F and A. I am originating from this node and I am also terminating on this node. And I am traveling to this node in this direction, then this direction is followed throughout the loop. Now and the last point is any of the node except the A is not traveling the 2 times. So this is called as a loop A, B, E, F and A. Now the second loop is B, C, D, E and B. So this is the second loop. Same way the third loop is the outer loop, that is A, B, C, D, E, F and A. So in our example only 3 loops are available. Now the next one is the mesh. So mesh is nothing but it is also one electrical closed path, but there is no any closed path available inside of it. So this A, B, E, F and A, that is also one mesh. So the loop number 1 is also called as a mesh 1. Same way the second loop, that is also called as a mesh 2. Why? Because there is no any closed path available inside of it. But this last loop, so this last loop is not called as a mesh because inside of it there is individual loop is also available. So this mesh 3 is not possible. So from our discussion we can say that every mesh is known as a loop, but not every loop is known as a mesh. So this is the third terminology, and the last terminology is the branch current and the loop current. Now the branch current is nothing but the individual current flowing through the each and every branch. So suppose I am assuming the branch current I1 is flowing in this branch, and suppose I2 is the current flowing from this branch. So each and every branch has an individual current. But suppose I am taking the loop A, B, E, F and A, and suppose I am assuming I current is flowing in this loop, then this common current is flowing in this the loop current. So we can say that branch current is always different for different branches, but loop current is always unique, or it is always one current in the same common loop. So up till now we will just discuss about the basic terminology of our subject. So hope you understand the basic terminology of these subjects. Thank you for watching our video. Please like it, share it, and do not forget to subscribe.